Hey guys, just wanted to do a review of the Android receiver that I just recently bought for my 1989 3 Series BMW. Pretty cool infotainment system that we have here. Pretty much brings everything together for only around $180 to $200. I bought it from the Amazon seller Giantman. The link will be in the description below. And pretty much everything else in that price range was pretty much uncomparable. Either having 1 gig of RAM or having an older Android software, whereas this one was running 2 gigs of RAM, 8.1, and only about 20 bucks, or even with the competition in terms of price range. I don't have a lot of apps installed on here, so I'll just show you the basic features of it, but definitely well worth its money in terms of what I paid for. Just to go over the face buttons before I go over the main screen here, we got external mic, a small external mic, which they include a longer mic that you can route around kind of your car. So if you want your audio to be a little bit better, you can do that. Open and close button. So I'll go ahead and press that. Closes up. So that way I can access my hazards if I don't want to reach around the screen, or I can access my defrosters. Other than that, it has a USB port. Sorry about that. Sorry about the focus. USB port to add music there. IR blaster to use a remote with. Auxiliary jack. I don't know what that does, but this shows whatever menu you're in. SD card, which I believe holds 128. You would have to double check the posting. I'm not completely sure, but I have a 32 gig in there. Volume knob, so you can see that the volume is changing. Yeah, there we go. And then it can go mute or unmute, forward, reverse, tilt up and down right here, back to go back, menu. So I'll go ahead and open up the system here. Usually when you turn on the card, there will be a boot screen. You can actually set that up to do, like mine's, I have the BMW logo. You can set it up to do Audi logo, Honda logo, things like that. Pretty decent for when boot up. But if you're using the car like me, if you used it recently within, let's say, an hour, it literally boots up into the screen. Other than that, it maybe takes like a minute to boot up, but usually that's the amount of time that I give my car to, I guess, come up from its cold start. So right here, I'll go ahead and switch here, and then if I press back, doesn't go back on that menu, but if I press menu, it goes all the way to the home menu. If I go into navigation, it probably won't load up because I don't have it connected to the internet just yet. I am going to be getting a hotspot for the car, but I guess it does pop up. It does have a GPS antenna, but you do have to download the map areas at least, so it probably won't pop up. So that's a good thing, but for me at least right now. But the back menu just goes back. Volume controls here, EQ controls. So definitely you can set up the EQs here. And I'll play a little bit of music so you can check that. Dimmer, so you can, well, it actually just turns off the screen. So that way if you're driving at night, it won't affect you. It has some other things that you can add AV in. So if you have a backup camera, standard radio, video, obviously music, Bluetooth, stuff like that. Car settings, basically anything you would find on like an Android tablet or Android phone. And as you can see, it's pretty snappy to go back and forth here like that to get into the menu. So you can see here, pretty quick to go into these menus. And I even downloaded Tic-Tac-Toe. This one doesn't fit to the screen. As you can see here, I was playing a little bit of Tic-Tac-Toe. But definitely you can see that you can download Android apps on here for that reason. So let's see here. If you're like waiting for your friends or something like that, you can definitely play some games. Obviously not while driving. Let's see here. I don't know how to exit the game, so I'll just press menu. But as you can see there, it exited out of that menu fairly quickly. Also, other neat thing, it does include a screen protector when you first get it. So you can remove that screen protector, at least the film, and then you'll have a screen protector. Another cool feature about this is that I bought another head unit for about $200. It was running Android 7.1. It had a removable faceplate. This one does not. So that was kind of a bonus. I went for that one, but I don't mind giving up that removable faceplate if it has a better screen. This one has an IPS screen, so what that basically means is if I tilt it like that far down, you can still see it pretty much full colors, versus the other one was washed out if I had it tilted down, or I couldn't see it at all during sunlight. And as you can see, it's decently bright right now, and you can still see everything fairly clearly. One last thing, I guess, before I go ahead and end this review, is play a little bit of music. Let's see. I'll go ahead and go onto my Bluetooth. So I think that's something I didn't show. There we go. Bluetooth music goes into the Bluetooth menu. And something a little bit weird about the Bluetooth is this actually sets up like a headset. You have to go on your phone and actually connect to this like it was like a Bluetooth headset. And I was having issues with that. I was about to return it just because I was having issues connecting Bluetooth because it just kept saying disconnect. But it was just that I had to connect to the unit like it was a headphones essentially, and it worked. The customer service team was actually really quick on getting an answer to me on that. They offered a more direct, I guess, email line versus having to go through Amazon specifically for it. And now I can, connect my Bluetooth here and do phone calls, stuff like that. Let's see. But you can see that the music is playing. You might be able to tell the kind of the little settings we have here, so you can actually, let me play it a little bit louder. You can see it actually controls it with Bluetooth audio also, so that's pretty cool. So you can definitely download some Android EQ apps and things like that to make your listening experience a little bit better overall. And you can also download other Android apps in general. So if you want to watch Netflix on here, I wouldn't suggest it while you're driving. If you wanted to run Spotify or Pandora, I would say just get a little hotspot. At least here in where I live, I can get a T-Mobile hotspot with a $10 plan. And I think for $10 a month, it's worth it if I'm able to stream Pandora or stream my maps or anything like that. Versus where I had to use my Garmin unit separate, my phone separate, to make calls. If I had a calls, I would have to look up at my dash here and like click on my phone. It got a little distracting, and at least right here, it's all in one place, so I don't have to go searching around for it. Overall, great head unit. It is a little bit on the lower wattage size than I like, but definitely, if you're going for something that has like better wattage out of the box, I would go with just a standard stereo. But if you're looking for something that's kind of an all-in-one unit, kind of to bring together, I guess, your navigation, radio, stuff like that, I think this is a great buy. It was a great buy for me because I'm definitely trying to modernize my old car a little bit, just because I do use it for work and other things like that. And also, like I said, you're able to use the Play Store, so you can definitely download games. And sometimes you do have, friends that you're just sitting outside waiting for like an hour, and then you probably shouldn't be waiting for them for an hour, but definitely you got something to pass the time with. But overall, great head unit. Highly recommend it. It has backup camera features, external microphone, additional USB. I don't know what else to say. I've been using it for about a week. It's been great for about a week. I might do an update on it later on down the line whenever I have time. But overall, would buy again if, I had another car to buy it for. But there you go, guys.